Victor gets shot. Adam gets his day in court. Philly gets hot and Mariah gets whacked. And all that and more next up on The Restless Wrap-Up.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Of course, there's that sound again. Of course, it means the Y&R After Show, The Restless Wrap-Up, is starting. As always, I am your host, Lacretia Lyon, and you can always find me at LACRETIALYON, since there is only one on the internet, but I'm not here alone. The lovely lady to the end here,
Kiera Giavanni. You can also find me on all social media at Kiera Giavanni.
and of course, the always well-dressed man.
Oh, thank you. Alexander, well-groomed. Well, don't look too close in my groom. Okay. Alexander Rodriguez, Twitter and Instagram at On The Rocks On Air, and on the web at OnTheRocksRadioShow.com.
And of course, guys, we have a Facebook page, The Restless Wrap-Up. You can find us there. Like us. And again, if we get to 500 likes, I might have a prize to give away. So tell your friends. Also, tell your friends to watch our show and like, comment, tweet, whatever, because we're on YouTube, iTunes, all over the web. Just find us.
Yes, ma'am. I love your intro today, by the way, because you're like, boom, here's what happened. I'm like, it's on fire.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that's the thing, is, I'm just going to say it. Shit hit the fan this week.
Oh my God. I was like, give me a breath. We had been talking about how the stories were running around and around. I'm like, damn it, I can't know what's happening.
We finally took the note and we're like, okay, we're going to blast them all at once.
That's why I wore red today, because Genoa City is on fire. Everyone's on fire.
I'm dressed for a funeral.
Honey, what kind of funeral is that? Maybe a funeral at the Playboy Mansion. That's what she's dressed for.
Stop it.
Now I'm just like imagining a funeral at the Playboy Mansion.
Can you imagine? There'd be a lot of stiff wood there. Uh-oh! That was really a bad joke, by the way. The Christian didn't even acknowledge it. She's like, whatever. I'm drinking my beer.
I'm just going to sip this beer here.
I know. Usually we have Pinot Grigio.
I know.
This week has just been a shit show, I think, for all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, we decided not to be classy this week. We've been sipping out at Travis's bar, you know?
Right.
Oh, that bar almost went flying this week. I was like, save the beer!
Yeah, why don't we open up with that? Billy telling Vicky and Travis what they could do.
God.
And I'm just like, Billy, I love you, but damn.
I loved it. I was like, Billy, stick up for your woman.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, though. Now he's starting to become whiny, and it's like, give him something to do, because he's just, like, brooding all around town. It's like, do something. Like, create a new fragrance called Not Jealous. You know? Jealousy. That's like his new fragrance.
I was just going to say, he should create a new fragrance called Philly, and it just smells like sex and wine.
And longing looks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and 3/4 a bottle of champagne, because apparently that's all that it takes for
Phyllis.
For Phyllis. I was like, 3/4 of a bottle. I'm like, girl, that is lightweight.
Yeah, I drink 2 bottles and I'm just fine.
That's right. It's brunch. It's classy. It's champagne. Champizzle. Come on. I liked how Travis stood up for himself, though.
Yeah, she did.
And Heidi Haircut, Victoria saw it all. So she's smitten again.
Yeah.
And so is Travis involved, do we think?
I don't think he is.
Me
I
neither.
think that there's going to be something else shady about him later because Vicky loves her bad boys. And I do love that he's so cute and innocent, Ricky Schroeder-like,
cute.
but I know that will drop. Because Vicky wouldn't be attracted to him if he was a nice guy. All the way.
Yeah. Can we talk about her hairstyle?
I did not
boxer
like
braids? I was like, okay, way to keep up with the trends and stay current, but it just didn't match.
She
Yeah,
was
it
like
doesn't fit
Swiss
her.
Miss. And I'm sorry, again, we have to remember, like, she's a CEO. Like, we saw Ashley get back into business, and she looked like Jabot.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So Victoria needs to start looking like Newman Enterprises, not like she's selling chocolate pudding from a mountain.
On her way to the gym.
See, I knew you guys would agree on the braids. I was like, oh, God, when I saw them, I'm like, I know
At
there's
first
going
I
to be
was
comments.
torn. I'm like, okay.
At first I was afraid I was petrified.
No, I was like, something different. Thank
You know, but hair was off this week.
Yeah.
Hair was really off. We saw Nikki in the courtroom with her Cameron Diaz. Something about married hairdo. Something was off. But I love that the actresses, I don't know if it's a stylist or whose decision, but I love that they do make changes. You know, we saw when Chelsea straightened her hair.
Right.
So I like changes.
a lot of beach waves going on. But I will say Mariah's hair looked great.
Yes.
It had a lot of volume. I was like, Can we just pass that on to
She needed that to protect her
everyone?
head.
But yeah, so like Billy just stepped in it this week, like more than once. But yeah, I do like that he did say, you know, Victoria is the mother of my kids. You know, stepping up for her in that way, but he just went a little too far.
No, it's never too
Yeah.
far when you have a kid involved.
Yeah.
I love that, like, he took his kid to eat, and they had hot dog and fries, by the way.
Yes.
Did you know that?
That was so cute. And
That was
I
cute.
loved when Jack walked into the scene, and I'm just like, have we really had a lot of Jack and Johnny scenes? Because that was
No.
adorable. Like,
It was
Johnny
really
never
cute.
speaks.
Yeah, it was really cute. And to see Jack and Peter, the
Yeah.
actor, like, there was, obviously, this kid has a good energy, just like Faith has a good energy, because everybody lightens up when these kids are in the room.
Right.
I have a note about Connor.
My boy.
I think that's Bad Seed Part 2. He doesn't even know what's happening when they're talking to him and reading to him. He's like, peace out, people. Even he's bored of Chelsea and Adam. He's
I
like,
think he just
bye,
knows
Daddy,
I
go to
don't
jail.
have any lines. Let me just look bored.
yeah,
He's kind of out of it. Am I wrong?
No, he is.
this week he was, because see, the scene where they had the little camping trip inside,
Yeah,
he
with
was
s'mores.
very engaged with Justin and Melissa there, the actors. He was very engaged, but this week, like, he literally looks asleep in every scene. Yeah.
Or he's like looking around. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, is that really him, or did they just get a little dummy? He had no words, no reactions.
Maybe it was just nap time when they were
Yeah.
shooting.
Makes sense.
But back to Billy, playing
Yeah.
the jilted lover. I'm not a fan of that.
No, I know.
He's so whiny about it, though.
Yeah, that's the thing is, Billy, you can't have it both ways. Either
Yes.
you're all in with Phyllis or you're with Victoria. And I do get the being the mother of his children thing. He wants to be protective. But yeah, this is someone who thinks Billy hung the moon, but this week he did not.
It's still on a sofa.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
His biography would be Billy on a sofa.
A bad sofa, too.
I know.
Like, can we
That
get
cabin needs a
some
makeover.
Oh. Billy.
Oh, Billy.
Oh, and to me, it's just, we'll just smooth into those Philly scenes as well.
Oh, so many notes.
Yeah, that's my thing is, I feel like for my General Hospital watchers out here, you're going to get this. It's almost like Nicholas and Elizabeth, where they had such awesome chemistry forever. And then, you know, even though Jason is new and Gina, but it just seems like they've been in this forever. And we were so happy to see it. But the way that it's done and crapping on Jack, just like they did with Lucky, it makes them, I'm their biggest fan, but unlikable. Like the fact that, oh, I can't even have sex with Jack anymore. And it's like,
Right, and I gotta get drunk just
Yeah.
to tolerate him.
Oh, pretend being
Yeah.
drunk. That whole
Right.
scene, I was like, come on, girl. And then, I mean, I wrote that Phyllis is the worst ever, which I wrote about Hillary last week. She can't even get a cake. Jack brings the present, which is lingerie, which is more present for him, fine. He brings the champagne, he brings the strawberries. Notice,
faux gras.
Jack knew to have champagne and strawberries, not red wine and strawberries. Note to Billy.
I couldn't get home to her. She was looking like, wow, this man knows everything about me. Yeah, Billy's exciting, but he didn't even know what I wanted.
It was his birthday, and she didn't even bring a present, not even a Hallmark
She said
card.
she ordered it offline, and
Oh, did you
didn't get
see
there
that
yet.
note, that line? I was like, you suck you're just a terrible person. And he's starting to pick up on it,
He
right?
is, but he's still playing this naive role, and I
I
hate
know.
it.
I really hate
it.
that. Especially with the Hillary thing. And he's just like, wake up, Jack, and smell, you know.
Yeah. Phyllis.
It was funny her playing drunk, though. She was like, oh, God, I'm so drunk. And then, like, when I opened, I was like, wah, wah.
And then I know she didn't make your best dress list. Can we just talk about that little house on the prairie outfit?
I didn't get that. I was like, she wore one of the curtains from the cabin. And did you notice it was tucked in the front and then untucked in the back? I'm like, what are you, Kate Gosselin? Like, no. Like, what is happening? That was terrible.
I thought she would have at least been in the lingerie, you know, expecting Billy to be there. She should have just been in it.
yeah.
If your husband disgusts you so much that you cannot have sex, it's time to move on.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh, God. She just... and then she wore that blue weird thing.
Yeah.
It was like culottes with a slit.
It just seems like Phyllis was drunk when she got dressed, too.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
week. Oh.
For sure.
I love that she and Billy had a hangover just in separate parts of Genoa, right? I thought that was kind of cute. And then this week's, you know how everything is brought to you by like iced tea or food
Yeah.
or something? Did you guys notice this week's was brought to you by
almond
fruit?
Yeah.
There was fruit in every scene. Well, there's fruit in a few scenes, but no, I mean, there was fruit in every scene.
Like the
Definitely
smoothie,
fruit. But
yeah.
once he made that almond milk
Smoothie.
smoothie, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, Alexander Victor is eating this up.
Product placement there.
Way to be healthy.
But we saw the fruit when Chelsea tried to make breakfast with the burnt toast. There was fruit,
Right.
and then there was another fruit something going on.
Oh, and I hope we get into that. That was such a cute scene between Chelsea and Adam.
Yeah, let's. I guess we're so over Phyllis and Billy and Jack right now. Let's go on to Chelsea and Adam, who this week I love them, but their storyline's been so boring. But this week I'm like, yes, this is the couple that I like.
When he was sarcastic with her about her cooking skills, I was like, oh my God, they're human. That's so cute.
Is
No,
it?
you don't
Is
think
it?
so?
They're adorable.
You know what though? They have a lot to come back from
They
us
do.
being like, okay, boring for me to like think that it's cute.
Yeah, to me, it's fine. The storyline's finally come to a head too, so I feel like we're getting into a better place because the dragging on this whole Adam being framed thing was really getting annoying. And I love Chelsea's scene with Ian.
That was great. And Ian, he's a smart man. So smart.
Yeah, I love that he was like, no, you got to get me a better suit.
Right.
You're a
I was
designer.
thinking the $5,000 wasn't going to be enough for him, but he didn't budge.
Let me tell you, he looked so good in that suit.
He did.
He looked better than Victor Newman. I'm sorry. He looked, that suit was
I don't
well
know
put
if I
together.
can agree with that. Victor Newman is on point.
Ian looked pretty damn good.
Yeah, Ian did fill out his suit.
Oh, no.
And he had like this going on, and he was just like swagger.
He did, but don't disrespect Victor.
Yeah,
No,
Victor
I mean,
is the man.
Yeah, of course he's untouchable, but still, Victor didn't even shave for the trial, by the way. Neither did Adam. I'm like, shave, come on.
No, it's good luck to be like rough and rugged. You know what I mean?
It's because you date bad men.
Like athletes do that. When they have a big game coming up, they won't shower, they won't
It's tradition
shave.
in hockey not to
Yeah.
shave for the playoffs. Yeah.
So, Victor,
My.
Yeah,
So if I come in next week and my face is all red, you'll know
You're
why.
ready for a win. And then also, okay, so Adam, that little daydream scene about life behind bars.
Oh, yeah.
With the CGI graphics, it was so awesome. Do you guys feel, because there was the exchange of executive producers, do you feel that the new executive producers, like, we got to get rid of these storylines, let's just finish them up, let's close them out, because we're here for a new Genoa City. Because this week, it seems like a lot of loose ends are starting to be tied.
Exactly.
And I felt
Yeah.
this energy. It's like, okay, let's get this out so that we can emerge like the mighty phoenix.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get into predictions because
Yeah.
I see some shit happening.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like I really do agree that this week felt like they really are wrapping up the stuff that we've been complaining about.
Yeah, and I think this Philly thing is going to be the next thing to
Yeah.
be wrapped up ASAP. It's not going to work. It's just not.
Yeah, and to me, like I said, it reminds me of that couple in General Hospital where it was the setup that really ruined them because the chemistry's there, and if they'd done the storyline, it
Just a
would have
little
been great.
differently, yeah.
Yeah, and to me, it's like maybe they'll revisit it down the road when she's not married to Jack if this all blows up. But yeah, I mean, now he's already sniffing around Victoria. Like, they've got Phyllis and Jack still. I mean, so I'm just like, where are we going with this?
I like Billy
Yeah.
with Victoria too, though. I'll be honest. I like their chemistry. I like the fact that they do have kids together, and when they play their scenes together, they seem to be relaxed in their scenes.
They do.
Whether
yeah.
it's the actors or whether it's the script, they just are so comfortable together, and so I'm kind of still hoping.
But what do we see
that.
for Jack? Because he's a good guy. and he
Hillary.
deserves love. No.
Yeah, to me this week, I felt like Hillary, and the Jack thing, that's another one of those things that I think they're like, no, we're not going there.
Yeah.
Did you see when he took her hand off? By
Yeah.
the way,
Yeah.
I love the whole surprise party. I'm gonna plan a party. No, you're not.
No, you're not. I have plans
Boom.
with my wife, honey. I loved it. Even though I feel like he's still naive, he's sticking by Phyllis, and that's cute. So
Yeah, but he's starting to wise up. And
Yeah.
since he left his cell phone, I'm wondering. Well,
If
we'll
he's
get into
gonna go-
prediction.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel
Yes.
like next week will be the week that he walks in.
I feel like this cabin is literally
Yeah.
like 2 exits off the freeway.
I
Jenna
do
would
too.
say.
Well, and to me, it's just like I brought this up on Twitter, but I'll bring it up here too. Is there were 2 people murdered in that cabin just within the year?
Romantic.
and did the
Yeah.
furniture change? No, right?
Yeah.
Same
It's just all the same stuff.
They just took the curtains down, made a blouse for Phyllis, and moved on. Made a smoothie.
It's like, yeah, they're MacGyvering it up in there.
I love how much Jack wanted it, though.
Yeah.
She's like, let's go for a hike. No, I want you. Here's lingerie. Let's go. And she's like, I'm drunk.
Oh, here's a smoothie, honey. Let's get out of here, Red.
This trial, though, has really happened fast because they're still finding evidence.
Right.
And they would take him into custody. It's not like Dylan would have the authority to be like, oh, no, go ahead, have a last night, with everybody.
We're just going to have a guard out there.
Yeah. My thing, though, about checking into the prison, like the accomplice, you have to show ID when you visit boyfriends in prison. I'm just saying.
Speaking from personal,
right?
But you have to show your ID, so she wouldn't be able to sign in as Dorothy Gale, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, and that is the thing. Is like that's something that is unbelievable because you do have to go through all this stuff to be able to get into the prison. I mean,
This is a very low security prison.
Obviously.
Victor Newman.
You would think that Dr. Daddy should be like, who was that girl?
Girl.
Oh, I get that. Yeah.
She was sniffing around
To
big
me,
time
it's
this week.
definitely Chloe.
Her looks of shade were so good this week. She was like,
Yeah, I honestly was so glad in the courtroom, but we'll get to that later. That's
the denouement of the courtroom.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, since we're gonna save Victor's storyline for later, let's talk about Mariah.
Oh, poor
Whacked by
Mariah.
Sharon. Oh my God.
I was eating, as I do.
Yeah.
I was like, I literally jumped. I could not believe that.
It was hilarious, actually.
But it was even hinted at, by the way.
Yeah, that was my thing. Is like that came out of nowhere, and I was not expecting it. This is like the second time recently that they've done something that was kept so well under
Good
wraps.
job.
That,
I love when that happens.
I liked it.
Yeah, because I mean, I love Mariah, but I knew Sharon was gonna go crazy town, like because it was ramping up. She's not taking her meds. She's seeing Sage, and to just
She
whack
got
her
different
own daughter.
levels.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Her, like, short in front and, like, longish in the back. Now it's getting a lot of
And
control.
just flipped all the way. Yeah.
Okay, but the whole thing with Mariah pretending to be her to see a therapist, where is what's happening with that?
Yeah.
At a restaurant, because I love to have my therapy sessions at a restaurant.
At the coffee house, right?
Yes. Let's have some coffee, and I'm, schizophrenic.
And we see Kevin across the way, and we just keep
And
going.
I thought it was, because Nerdy Girl, Nat,
As I refer to
Nat.
the net.
I thought the story was going to go that they thought that she was responsible because she's talking about this guilt with the therapist not knowing that she's actually talking about Sharon. I thought that was the way it was going to go.
Yeah, no.
And I love when she's trying to teach Sharon how to meditate.
Yeah.
And Sharon's like, I can't meditate.
That was such an
even
amusing
keep my eyes
scene.
closed.
Like, and it was just so sad because I really like that Mariah is really trying to help Sharon,
So
and then of course she got rewarded for it. And I love Daquan in the chat who came over from GH says, like, why couldn't it be Summer that she whacked over the head?
That would be great.
I think we all wish it would be Summer, especially at the
poor
trial.
Into her.
Yeah, that's summer. Like, the shade of the summer. It's the way that they're writing the character. Even like, I believe in Grandpa. Really, bitch, because all these people are here saying
ally.
no.
Yeah, every time she says Grandpa, I just want to throw
Yeah.
up because I love Hunter Haley King, but
She's
honey,
a great actress.
you are amazing, but we just want to strangle Summer half the time.
But I do love how Mariah's trying to do right with all different things, with her own relationship, with just everything, and she is not getting paid for it. Whack! She didn't even start working with Chelsea and Sharon.
Yeah.
And Sharon got beat by the boss.
Yep. Well, and I love where Beatrice Randolph said, "Where is Noah?" I mean, and I know, they put him on recurring, but he should be there with Mariah trying to help Sharon because he's the one who's always been there for his mother too. And this is why I never believe when they're like, "We don't know what to write for Noah." Well, I could give you a list of things because
too.
Robert Adamson is just adorable.
Right. And they have great chemistry.
Yeah, I love the relationship he has with Sharon and Mariah.
I love how Mariah calls her Sharon and not Mom.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That freaks me out
do
every
you
time.
call your mom by
Well, she
by her
didn't
name?
grow up with her, so I do see it because
I get
she's
it.
only known her.
But she's living there rent free. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
And I do call my mom by her name, especially in
You
a public
do?
place. I feel like everybody's mom, so I gotta distinguish which mom,
I always call my mom mommy.
yeah. Oh, mommy. Oh, wow. You took it.
No.
It's like the Three Bears. You're like, what? And I'm in the middle, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay.
Mommy. Hi, mommy. I know you're watching.
Aw. Poor Mariah. And then Kevin comes in
Aw.
and like, Sharon, what did you do? And she's like,
Yeah, Sharon is just
I think I
lost
heard
it.
Sully.
Yeah.
I love that Sully gets blamed for everything. Oh, Sully burped. I gotta go.
Yeah.
How loud is this kid? That's a good point. Whenever there's anything wrong. Oh, silly. Or they have to go buy ice cream in the middle of the night at like some restaurant. So Kevin's obviously going to find out that Sharon's crazy and all that.
Yeah, because Mariah was going to tell him anyway, and he kind of knows that there's a situation going on. That's why, of course, seeing this, that's his first reaction, is this is what's been going on.
Especially when you look at her and
like,
she's like... Like, how do you hide that?
And I'm so happy that they are using both Kevin and Michael Moore. They're characters
Together,
that I've always loved. That I'm
they're
so
cute
glad.
as brothers. Like their whole thing, like discovering the video together.
It's like, don't tell me.
Yeah.
You know, I just got my license back.
That's cute.
But what's up, brother?
Yeah, but as a lawyer, he'd be able to subpoena those camera records anyway. So
Not against Victor.
yeah.
No. He's the almighty.
Oh yeah, that is the thing. Is Victor always wins somehow? Because you see how he's just destroying his family, and I guess we'll just go ahead and get into it. We keep getting going.
We keep circling.
So yeah, let's just talk about the trial. I want to give Nick a big shout out because I really felt like, and just like last week, Nick really stepped up. His scenes with Victor in the prison were really heart-wrenching. I really liked the chemistry between both actors, and they're finally getting these good father-son moments that have been lacking. And it was really a good contrast to, Victor's scenes with Adam. But yeah, Nick did the right thing in the court, everything.
He did. How did you feel about the opening statement? I thought they could have been stronger and sparked the trial off with some fire.
But I think they're just trying to get rid of it. I couldn't believe how fast we got into the witnesses.
Yeah.
I literally thought this trial was going to be a 4-week trial. Like, I really did.
Yeah, like Victor's trial. It was like, they're going to drag it out. But yeah, this was literally like one and done, day.
Witness? Thank you.
Yeah, and it's like, okay.
Pow, pow.
I love how Dylan's the expert on biology
Everything.
and forensics. It's like, and then everything's
Child
opinion.
psychology.
Yeah.
I watch enough Law and Order. I'd be like, objection, speculation.
Speculation, yes.
It's all speculation. It's like, well, what do you feel about Victor? Oh, he's a bad guy. Done. Guilty.
Objection.
We should have gotten cast
We
as,
should have been
as
in
the
there.
jury.
No.
Because I'd be like, That's probably why they don't cast us.
And we keep saying it. Did you check your DMs?
Yeah.
Did you check it?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of other pigs. But yeah, that was the thing.
Oh!
Thanks, James. But yeah, the thing with the trial is, it's like Dylan, who's only been a cop for a few months, is an expert on everything.
On dead bodies, exhumation, DNA.
It's like, did he even go to those classes? Dylan got to be a cop early because he was in the military for a while, but they don't have those classes in the military.
Online classes.
Yeah.
You can do anything online. University of Genoa City. Online.
Yeah. Man.
You know what I love? You know how we talk about like the bit characters? That judge is all in this trial. He was leaning, he was like, tell me more. I was like, you
wanna
go,
know.
Judge.
Yeah, and
Overruled.
And they did say it was supposed to be Judge Moxley, but as I say, the actress had a little bit of a personal issue, so I'm guessing that may be why the trial was drug out and now just let's wrap this up.
And Christine, how popular is she at a Christmas party? Nobody likes her because she's prosecution,
Yeah.
and she looks like she's pissed off at everybody. She just wants to go home and brush her hair.
I just love seeing her though.
Yes, me too.
I do.
Am I the only one that doesn't like the bug? I guess
What?
it's because
Oh, but I remember her back with Damien. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I remember those days.
See, I've always been a Phyllis fan, especially with
Same.
Michelle. And so, I was like, I'm with you, Phyllis, the bug. That's why I call Nat the Nat. Because, that's my thing is Christine is girl, you need to go watch SVU marathons all day like I do and learn from Alex Cabot how to be a likable DA.
Yes. But what I love in soap operas is when they get all of the characters in a room, like we see for the court scene, and the camera pans, and they're all in character. That excites me to such an end because it's we get to see them all in their all little side stories, and then we forget how entwined everything really is, and all the personalities and the actors and actresses in one room. It excites me.
Me too.
Okay.
It excites you. Yeah, I did love how everyone was in the courthouse, it seemed, except for
Phyllis and Billy.
Right. And Ashley's back is holding down the fort at Jabot, so there was
she's
some
rebranding.
Yeah,
She's changing the boxes.
Exactly.
She's changing the names.
They got that drug trial.
When Ash was I'd like to try to rebrand, Phyllis was like, what?
Say what?
Ladies. And their perfume.
The courtroom set, by the way, is gorgeous. Like the wood and the dark colors. It's I love it. It's
right
also
there
very
with the
undersecured, by
Yes.
the way.
Yeah, because why don't we talk about it? I mean, obviously, Ian Ward figured out that Adam and Chelsea had no intentions of helping him.
Right. And I thought he knew that when
Yeah.
she came, but I guess those crocodile tears got to him.
I know.
Yeah, I honestly thought that he was going to turn around. I was surprised when he gave his witness to what they wanted him to do.
Yeah, I was actually expecting him to screw them over.
Me too. That would have been exciting.
Yeah, because to me, but I did like how Victor was actually the one to even, say Dr. Daddy issues, misrepresented stuff, and she was like, but I do feel, and I believe it was mentioned in the chat that seeing Connor, there with Chelsea,
That was a nice moment.
That's cool.
was what made him decide to go a different way.
It also we also see how Chelsea was the con woman in the past, because how better to tug at somebody's screens? Here's a baby.
And
And a
you
bowl
know
of fruit.
he has the soft spot for kids.
Yes.
She's just so strategic.
Yes, like when Adam we talked about it last week when Adam showed him the video and he got teary-eyed. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and Victor does have a really sweet spot with Connor, because even when he thought Adam was dead, Chelsea always made it a point to make Connor a part of his life and stuff like that. So there is this special bond that they have that he couldn't ever have with Adam, and that's the thing, is Chelsea's always been good about including Victor. So I do think, I hope that was the reason he changed his mind. His heart grew 3 sizes that day.
He's still on it. Well, now we don't know. We don't know what direction the trial would have gone in.
Yeah.
But I think there's something bigger there that he was up to.
Yeah, no, and I just wonder, are we going to find out who the woman is? Because we all know I'm saying, and I've been saying
Chloe.
that it's Chloe.
They mentioned her, by
yeah.
the way, too. And I just thought that it was odd. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
flash
And they
forward.
just keep talking about how much they look alike.
Yes.
So. Chloe.
Well, plus we know the actress is coming back. So.
Yes,
Big
exactly.
surprise.
And that's the thing, is like, that won't be as big a surprise unless they just decide to do a 180. But the thing is she'll want to continue on with this against Adam. Victor's obviously, changed his ways, and we'll see how the verdict is after his testimony. But Chloe, she'll gear up that car again.
Right? Just come in blazing.
Speaking of blazing, Ian Ward to just grab the security guard's gun and then look at Nikki, and then Victor, oh no. And I guess this will be the redeeming moment of Victor. But,
Right.
Yeah, the divorce is off.
Yeah. He took a bullet for you.
But that was really, really crazy.
Yeah.
Because it all just happened.
Yeah.
And, they keep playing these ads for 4th of July is going to be a spectacular. I'm like, everybody's barbecue better be, late in the afternoon, because I'm not showing up
Are you talking about
to...
that Macy's ad?
No, the 4th of July, like, in Genoa City, 4th of July, explodes.
Okay.
Well, it literally did.
Yes. So he grabs the gun. He's taken Nikki off. Is this gonna? Well, we'll talk about it in predictions. But there was so much drama happening, and then Victor's hitting the floor. He's not moving. Dr. Daddy Issues is like, I forgot how to be a doctor.
Right, I'm like, where's the doctor in here? Nobody's gonna call her over.
Yeah, because I'm guessing maybe she ran out because she's so embarrassed. Yeah.
And then Jack, boom, 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 use this.
I know. Jack saving Victor. I guess tables have turned.
Aw.
But I love
like
those
it.
moments
Yeah.
though, where we see our standby veterans.
And they're still human.
Yes.
At the end of the day, even though all that stuff has gone on, it's like,
Yep.
that's my guy.
So I want. There's so much to speculate when we get to predictions.
I know, I can't wait. That's like that's my part.
It's like when we have like 20 minutes of predictions at this point, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Devon, Hillary,
Yeah.
Neil.
Jazz hands.
Yeah.
Still call her jazz hands.
I did like the scene with Hillary in the hospital with Devon. I was like, okay,
That
this is
broke
the
my
couple
heart.
we liked. Yeah, you know.
Like, oh my god, her heart's not black.
No, because she still told him to go away.
Yeah.
And then she wanted
him
it.
to fight for her.
No, and then the doctor says she can't be upset, and she looked at him like, It broke my heart because of him. He went in to say, he wants to keep her to be his wife so he doesn't lose his money. But as he was talking to her, I felt his sincerity that he really still loves her.
Yeah.
And she just threw, and her wedding ring was already off, by the way.
No, I think he's a good actor. and he's about keeping his money.
No, you don't think Devon really loves her?
Oh yeah, Devon definitely does really love Hillary. I mean, he's the one that's fought for her like since day one. And that's the thing is I do think Hillary really does love Devon too. She's just, and that's why I'm guessing that maybe this cure will kind of take away some of that fire that's made her a little bit unlikable. But I mean, it's fun to watch. But
It's so fun to watch. But like I said, I just think Devon, you know, he has his family in his corner now, and they're, you know, rooting for him, telling him what to do. When you have people like that behind you, you
is
do
true.
things that you wouldn't normally do.
Now, would you be able to stay married to somebody for money?
I don't know.
And it's not like we're talking about like ugly people either.
Yeah.
It's like they're hot.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. I was like,
Yeah.
Devon?
Yeah.
Yes, like, because I love Brighton.
Sound like
I
he's
just
a
think he's
troll.
adorable.
Yeah. And she's hot too, so if he was
Yeah.
in it just to keep his money,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not like he's doing too badly either.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, because she's a beautiful woman.
The scene with
And
Hillary
she was cute in the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
when
Always
Hillary,
put together.
Right.
yeah, like she's the only like
that.
she was sick patient, like she's near death with her jazz hands, and she's like she's in Chicago, live on Broadway. How about when she dropped her bag and she's like, "Take my bag to my suite."
Wait, we gotta get into that.
That was good. That was good. I love how she was about to be kicked out.
yeah.
That was hot to me.
Oh man.
So hot. She's a game player. She's a game player. And where is Jill Abbott, by the way?
Yeah, that's the thing, is we need more Jill. There's so many people missing. It's Jill, Noah. I mean, who else?
I think
mean,
Jill's repainting Billy's
Yeah.
house right now. while he's
yeah,
at the
that's the
cabin.
thing. It's like, well,
They're
Billy's
gonna come
away.
home to some renovations.
And then Colin shows back up to help.
Right.
Oh, Hillary. She's such a game player that I think she's forgotten how many games that she's played. And I think now she's like a little girl lost in like a room
Right.
of
Which way
webs.
do I go? Do I want Jack? Do I want this?
She
Do I
has
want
no
that?
clue. And Jack's, like you guys said, Jack's not responding like she thought he was. And now she's like, oh, crap.
I could see him kind of respond after he finds out about Philly.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Be in a
wondering
vulnerable
is what's
spot.
going to happen next week, yeah.
Yeah.
More
yeah,
predictions.
Yeah, exactly.
In my thing, I think she's going to end up in a coma somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I have another take. You know how I like my murder.
Yes.
Murder.
Well, and you know I love Dr. Neville, but apparently I'm
You
one of the
do,
only
the
ones.
only
He
one.
can save her. I mean, but
Yeah,
Every
even this week, because
time.
I tried to see what
Yeah.
you were saying, and again, you know, we love the
Yeah.
actor. I've loved him.
Yeah.
He's a veteran in the soap opera world. It still doesn't fit.
It's just.
He's like, oh, the
not
drugs,
enough for
we're about
him.
to plug you into the drug, and now it works. I was
Even
like,
though he and Ashley have chemistry, it's not right.
yeah, and to me, they just never gave us enough of him because I always loved the quirky. You know, when he first came on, he had scenes with Hillary and Neil, and it was just he was sort of devious. But then I loved how they just kept the quirkiness because people liked that, and especially with Ashley because that's someone that you wouldn't have expected her with.
Right.
And yeah, for them to just cut that, I'm like,
And then
it
for
was-
Ashley
yeah.
to be the one to convince Hillary to go to the hospital, I'm like, that should have been him. He
Yeah.
should have had that moment with her.
totally agreed. And I love that Ashley is still helping, even though she still does not like Hillary.
Right.
She's still like we see who she is too. Like she's kind of the matriarch of the family.
Yeah.
Trying to take care of Billy, trying to make sure that Jack has a great birthday. Like she's just trying to please everybody. I mean, even she was going to take the fall for the
The whole mix-up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I really kind of like this Ashley. You know, she's matured and is being, as you said, the Abbott matriarch, trying to take care of both of her brothers. And, you know, Dr. Neville, because she believes in him. That's why I'm really sad to see that, you know, by casting news isn't going to work out. So it's like, where are we headed with Ashley? I mean, she's so underutilized. It was nice to see her all this week, but give her something.
Can I just say,
Yeah.
I loved her energy this week when she was like day 2 at Jabot and she already had the files with her and she was already talking about profits and rebranding.
Yeah,
that
she had her
excited
stuff
me
together.
because I never saw her in the lab. It just didn't fit for me. The way, and we'll get into her outfit later, but her energy and she just fit at Jabot. She looked differently. Her speech pattern was different, and I think I love to see her there. And I think we're going to see more of that. Is that she's going to become a force at Jabot, and she and Phyllis are going to start butting heads, especially when they find out.
That
Yeah.
they are sleeping.
Yeah, I think that'll be interesting because I think that they're not going to fire Phyllis after finding out. They're going to keep her there and torture her. And I want to see the triangle of Vicky, Phyllis, and Ashley. 3 powerhouse women. Because we're always seeing Jack and Victor go at it. Why not see them?
I think Vicky would lose that fight. She always takes the back seat. It's going to be Ashley. Ashley's going to win.
I think so. With that power that she had this week, I definitely
those outfits
think so.
and that hair.
Yes.
Girl.
Yes.
Welcome back, Eileen Davidson.
And I'm guessing that is why they've decided to phase out Dr. Neville in the storyline, because
Yeah, 'cause
this
she was
both
strong
things
on
just
her own.
fits better. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. She fits with the family. Having her hold away in that lab was not doing well.
And I love
for
her scenes with Jack. They just seem like we've known each other our whole
Yes.
life. We
Yes.
love working together.
Even when she's with Billy, she's more like his mom. Like, get your crap together, son.
I can see her having that role with him off camera.
Yeah, tell your brother Billy not to roll up his jeans. It's not 1999. Did you see that scene where he gave his rolled up jeans? I was like, you guys.
And use a phone. Stop popping up places. We have cell phones for a reason.
Nobody uses the phone. Nobody texts. Just,
FaceTime.
Yeah.
Something.
And then Billy's in the background naked.
It was funny to see the whole flip-flop of Jack and Phyllis hold away somewhere where he put the cell phones away just like Billy did.
Right.
They had the strawberries.
And just to see her with those Sharon eyes about everything. I'm
She
like,
was.
Looked like you liked the lingerie. It was cute. Just, get drunk, but
Yeah, she
appreciate that little black negligee.
And a husband, I mean, I know men. A man comes to a point, it's like, okay, put out or get out. It's just gonna happen. I mean, a man can only wait so long.
Or he,
Hillary be in the coma, he'll be like, hey, Hillary, what's up?
And not to say Phyllis is a certain word we don't like to use because it's shaming, but Phyllis loves sex too, and so the fact
She
that
does.
she's not interested in Jack should be a red flag, because I get if it was right after the Marco situation, but it's been some time and they've been getting busy every other
Plenty of
night.
times, yeah.
And her excuse is like, I can't be near Victor.
Right.
Come
and I just
on.
feel like they know each other so well, he should be able to see through that. And even if he does, why are you being so quiet, Jack? What are you up to? I just hope he has a master
And it was your
plan.
birthday.
Right,
I know. And our Melvin fan says, yeah, Jack is much smarter than this. He's already been cheated on with Phyllis by Nick, because they brought that up in her fantasy too,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know why he's not seeing it now, because yeah, that's a red flag. Yeah, as you say, especially on his birthday, well, they always have sex,
cupcake, maybe?
Yeah, it's like the whipped cream, bra and panties. It's his birthday, Phyllis.
I would have
Jesus.
believed, hey, I'm on my period more than that.
Yeah.
I'm drunk. Glass of champagne.
Uncomfortable.
Hey, real life.
Real life. Oh, you guys.
Well, can we get into some shade?
Yeah, that's what I say. Let's just start with the shadiest moments of the week.
Moment.
Oh,
this week.
shade, the shade.
Just the one.
And I got my glasses on. Oh, okay, there we go. So, I know we didn't really talk about it too much, but the shadiest moment of the week to me was when Lily kicked Hillary's luggage.
Oh,
when
yeah.
she
You
dropped
go,
it
girl.
and was like, take my luggage upstairs, and she went,
With her high, I was like, go!
even though she was kind of quieted down, she didn't have much to say, that kick said everything for me.
Yeah, I love Lily versus Hillary because, I mean, I honestly don't want this to stop because I love Lily and, I like this Hillary, and she's really a force
I
to
feel
be
like
reckoned
Lily's
with.
the one to check
Yeah.
her.
Oh, yeah.
Devon won't do it, Neil won't do it, everyone's scared, but Lily's like, I have nothing
Hell
to
no.
lose.
She has never put up with her.
And I love how Lily stays true to her character. She's a little immature. She's a little whiny. She's always tattling on somebody. And so true to her character, instead of coming back with Hillary with some bravada, she's like, and she gets that. I love that. Was so in character. That was so in character.
Oh, Lily. So let's get to the best and worst dress
Okay,
of the week.
there was a lot going on this week, I'll be honest. Some of it was good, some was bad. Like I said, Ian's suit was really, really good. Nikki's hair, like I said, too much hair gel was happening, and then Heidi hair. And Billy's rolled up jeans, I was like, say no. And then Phyllis's curtain blouse. So we actually have a tie this week of bad. Heidi hair comes in this prison outfit, Guys and Dolls prison, Adelaide in jail. It's like a one piece. And I actually looked this up because I was so surprised. It's Armani Exchange.
Really?
Wow.
And it has a very boyish executive cut, and you think it would work. But here's the thing: she is very, very thin, so she's not. She doesn't have much up here. You can't make this tight and man shirt-like because it'll really show off like a man.
It needed a belt and maybe those sleeves pushed up.
And accessories, or maybe if her hair was down. This is really very unflattering, and I would never see an executive wear this.
It looks like she took one of Victor's shirts and just.
Thank you. And then
Travis.
going to trial, here we have Chelsea. She has her wavy hair back, right? She's got some good scenes where she's like, "No, don't leave me, I love you." Then they put her into this Burberry knockoff tablecloth. I think this would have looked
Burlap
cute
sack.
on Nikki. It would have looked cute on somebody else if it was a little better cut. But look how bad the cut is. No waist, no bosom, and when she sat down, because of the cut, it flared out. It made her look chunky, and we know she's got a banging body. This is not flattering in any way, shape, or form. And if your husband is up for jail, you go in dressed to kill.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing is that dress or that outfit would have been fine if the jacket was cut better. But
Yeah.
it was just it looked like Will Ferrell wearing being Janet Reno.
That is so it. That is so it.
It would have been killer on
Yeah.
Nikki. Now that you say that,
Yeah,
Nikki would've
yeah,
rocked
that would have
it.
been killer on Nikki. So good outfits, like I said, and this has to do a lot also with Eileen Davidson's attitude in her scenes. It made the outfit work, and so it was such a great blend. This is so Jabot to me.
Yeah.
Where it's classy, but it's still flary personality, and it's still sexy, which that's what Jabot means to me. And I think her hair, everything on point, and she had the tailored black pants. I love this blouse, and I think this blouse works for very thin people. I think it also works for people that might have a little tire because it's flowy. And you could wear this from the office out to happy hour, and then the walk of shame.
Which it looked
next
like
day.
that's where she was going. She had her
Yeah.
evening bag with her at the
She is
hospital.
ready.
Where are you going, girl?
She's like, I'm not in a lab anymore. It's time to go to TGI Fridays.
And it was so professional, and that color with her blonde hair.
Yes.
popped.
Perfect. Yep.
Yep. So thumbs up.
Well, I guess that brings me to the winners and the losers of the week. And the winner this week, I'm sorry, still has to go to Nick. You know, I am really loving the turn of Nick into more of the patriarch, sort of filling the Victor
man.
role with, well, still being Nick. You know, he's protecting Victoria. He's, actually finally starting to look at Summer and talk about her disrespect. And that's what I'm loving to see from
Yes.
him. And he stood up and, in court, and that was one of my favorite scenes because he didn't take Adam's side, but he did the right thing.
And like you said,
Yeah.
he's still being Nick. He's not taking on that deep, raspy voice that everyone seems to have in every scene now. He was still himself. I loved it.
And let's face it, his scenes with his daughter are just
Adorable.
adorable.
Yes, the face scenes are so, because Nick's obviously in a drab, storyline here. His wife died, his kid died, all this. But his
There's
scenes
still
with
some
Faye.
light.
And his ex-wife has a thyroid problem.
I'm not going there with you.
Oh, Sharon and the Crazy Eyes. I guess that does bring me to my loser of the week, and I'm sorry, it's got to go to Sharon.
Ooh.
The one person who is on your side in all of this, you bash
Whacked
her
her.
over there.
And that's what you
Yeah.
get for living in a storybook house. Remember I talked about the design? There was like a bronze owl. You just got hit by Harry Potter, girl. Watch out.
Seemed like an episode of, I don't know.
It was so good, though.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It reminded me of the Spanish telenovelas, which are way on the other side, that 10 people die on every episode and they really slap each other. I love this energy. Finally, we get to see some confrontation and something, and this story is going to blow out of the water because it's going to get Nick involved.
Yeah.
Do you see how excited I am? More smacking.
I know, and you know what? That brings me to predictions. Let's just get them. Yeah, we got a ton of them this week. Yeah.
Now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right.
Yeah, I want to get right into it. So, like I said, somebody needs to eliminate Miss Hillary, and I think Lily is the only one that can do the job. I know Devon's not going to do it. Now that you said it, I do see that he still loves her.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not ready to do it, but I think Lily just needs to dress up in all black, maybe like a scuba suit one day. Catch her in the alley. Don't even tell Kane about it. Tell no one, and then we'll have this whole clue trial, like who killed Hillary.
She's just not strong enough. You know, Lily plays like I said, the pouty little girl, and has her one-liners, and she'll kick something, but she doesn't have the guts to go out and full on. I think the drug is not going to work, and it's going to put her in a coma. I think that's what's going to happen.
Another coma? Come on. She's been having these powerful scenes. I don't think she's going to go back into a coma.
Yeah, I don't want that for Hillary because I do want to keep the edge, but I do want her to soften up a little bit because she's getting into a territory that really does lead characters to being whacked. Like, to me, if we're going to whack anyone, it needs to be Luca. Yeah.
Summer gave him the side eye. Did you notice that? She was like, side eye.
A little bit.
I know. I loved how she kind of started to wake up this week, but then, of course, it was quickly dashed. But Grandpa, I'm going to be at the trial for Grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I love Hunter Haley King, but let's please hit Summer in the head, somebody.
She started to get it, though. You know, the scene I loved is when Luke was like, okay, let's be up all night trying to figure this out. And he left to get coffee or something. And she was already at the computer. He's like, oh, you started it without me. And then she looked at him like, oh, okay, come sit next to me. He sat next to her, and she was just like... And we all know how that feels when you're sitting next to somebody that you've spent too much time with, and you're just like, she had that look on it. It's coming. Luca's going to get his due.
Yeah, and I love in the chat, our Melbourne fan says that, you know, maybe Mariah will have amnesia and not remember Sharon's secret. That's a good prediction.
But you know who will, though? Kevin, not knowing what the secret is.
Yeah, he'll start to dig, and I think, and this will sort of bring them back together.
That's a good prediction. I like that. Oh, remember Mariah and Nat's like little fighty scene?
Yeah.
That was some
That was
shade
cute.
too. That was cute.
That was adorable.
And I love how nerdy girl Nat said, "Now I eat caviar." Go away.
Yeah.
Go away.
I know, and I'm like, are we supposed to like her character? Because I don't, and I don't think anyone does, because especially after she got the money from Paskey and has just been sort of a rich little bitch. I mean, and talking trash to Mariah and like really feeling like she owns Kevin. I don't like that. I mean,
I don't like it either, but I think she looks so cute as a nerdy girl. I'm just like, girl, whatever.
Yeah, she is adorable.
You're adorable. Yeah, it's cute. Hate.
Yeah.
Shade, hate.
That face.
And it's adorable.
And how long do we think that Ian is going to have Nikki hostage?
This could turn into a whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, and this will probably bring up some PTSD for Nikki because of the whole, cult thing. And then this is where I'm like, Paul is needed in the storyline. Victor is shot, so let's have Paul come in and save the day.
That'd be cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love when Paul saves the day because he just does it with this blank look on his face.
He and Dylan are like the superheroes. Like they're the good old boys. You know, they're like the young guns in the city. I think this could turn into a long kidnapping, though. But where is Ian going to go logistically? To the cabin? Oh, he'll walk in on Billy and Phyllis.
Wouldn't that be
Don't
funny?
mind me. I'm here to make smoothie with Nikki.
Oh my God.
No, but literally, he has no resources at this point because Adam and Chelsea haven't set anything up for him. Where's he going to go?
Yeah, that's why I'm guessing the only connections he has outside of this would be the cult. But to my knowledge, there's not anything left in Genoa City. I mean...
I think
because
he wants ransom
Luca?
money now.
Yeah, that's the thing is maybe he's working with Luca. I mean, Luca will do anything for $1.
What if we find out that Travis is Ian's like long lost son? Oh, but he's impotent.
Yeah, that's the thing is, well, but you never know. I mean, they can always rewrite that, but like,
That's true.
So much going on.
And how injured is Victor? Is it like he'll be in the hospital the next day and have the scene with Daddy?
I read a lot of stuff that
Doctor?
they were gonna kill him.
No.
I keep seeing that over and over again.
They've been saying that for like 102 years.
I know.
Point.
And everyone's like, if he leaves, they're taking their hearts with them.
Yeah, that's the thing is I feel like this will be another Katherine Chancellor situation with Eric Braeden is the fact that he loves the show and he loves Victor, so I don't see him leaving. Yeah.
And I think that him running in front of the gun is going to soften everybody's hearts.
Right.
Even Adam will be like, okay, Dad.
Yeah.
Really
Ah,
means
shucks.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, and Victoria and Nick, this could be a unifying moment for the family. And then the family decides to deal with all their bullshit, find out, who Victor's been working with, and kind of reverse.
And we need
the
some more
tables.
Jabot and
Yes,
Newman
we do.
Enterprises, going head to head.
Yes.
Yeah,
Me too.
because to
I
me,
miss that.
without Victor, they don't do that because Victoria doesn't have anything against Jack. Or
she's never in the
Ash,
office.
Yeah, exactly. She's always banging Travis. We're at that bar,
pregnant.
I would be too. Like,
Yeah, look at him.
Call in sick.
We need another baby. Who's gonna be pregnant?
No, wait.
Yeah, no babies.
we need another
Babies
one.
ruin everything. Like, Never Mad About You, that show was awesome, and then they had a baby. It's like, whatever.
That's funny.
Against children.
Oh, Disneyland? Have you ever been to Disneyland? I want to ride the rides.
I go to California Adventure.
Yes, because they do wine tasting in California.
Do they
Adventure.
really? Only you would know that.
Hello, starting in my trip at Disneyland. Anyway,
Yeah, our Melvin fan said she'd be pissed if Victor forgives, or if the kids forgive Victor just because he's shot. I do feel like this will be an opening moment, but yeah, I do kind of want it to drag out a little bit where they're still like, you still tried to frame Adam, you tried to destroy the company, there's all this.
Yeah, but you took a bullet from Mom.
Yeah, you did take a bullet from Mom, so...
so is he going to go back to hospital jail, or maybe they're going to use Victor and say, we need to find Ian and Nikki. You know Ian's steps. We need you out in the field, and then he helps them solve or find him, and then he gets exonerated and all that.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what they'll do. Just like when Adam saved everyone in the fire, they're like, okay, you don't have to go back to jail.
Hero.
Yeah.
That's just how it works, So if you ever commit a crime in Genoa City, just save some
Save
lives.
everyone, yeah. Save a cat.
Save a cat. We need more pets in Genoa City. That's what. No babies. We need like a cute puppy.
Yeah, I mean, on General Hospital, they got a puppy that they
good.
never show. It's like, let's get a puppy.
Yes. P.S. Where's the bad seed?
I know.
Where's that whole storyline?
Someone was asking about Max earlier. It's like we were interested in that because we
Stitch, too.
love Sean Kerrigan, friend of the show.
And he was just so cute as a little child actor.
I know.
But they've kind of forgotten about that whole storyline.
Yeah, that's really odd. And I think it was because Melissa Orway was on maternity leave. So that may have been part of it. But yeah, I do believe she's back at work. So let's get Stitch and Demon Seed back.
Please.
Because I love Demon Seed's relationship with Dr. Neville. And so I'm guessing we're probably not going to see that again before he leaves.
And he was kind of cute with Ashley, too.
Oh, yeah. He loves Ashley.
And what is going to happen with Dr. Neville?
I think that, this may be one of those hero situations where I don't know if he goes to jail for Ashley, but it will be something, or takes a bullet for her, but we just had that happen, so I'm like, nah.
It has to happen quickly, though,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm thinking is, I feel like the only way to end this and have Michael E. Knight leave is for him to take the fall for Ashley in some way.
Or what if the drug does not work and he feels so guilty that he offs himself?
I don't like
Or
suicide.
just leaves town.
Believe me.
Yeah,
Nobody likes suicide.
yeah.
It's like I don't like those storylines on soaps unless it is something that really makes sense, like when Summer was a bully and stuff like that. Them touching on that there, but this I'm just like, would a doctor feel that upset over it not working that well? I mean, I don't really see that. He's very narcissistic, so I don't.
No.
That is
No.
true.
Yeah, but I think he'd want to be there for Ashley.
Yeah, that's true. So is Jack gonna walk in to the
I
cabin?
think Jack's gonna bust them.
I think so because to me this is something that I feel like with everything else they're just trying to wrap it up, and what better way for Jack to find out than to walk in on them doing it on the couch again?
It was a good storyline, though. This was one that I appreciate that they
exciting.
drug it out.
Yeah.
Especially like the motorcycle accident and all that.
And Bethany, who we really want to see more of. Yeah.
I know. I thought they were going to keep them, together for a little bit longer. Aggravate Phyllis some more and get her to crack.
Yeah, I really
I feel like
thought-
she needs to be the one to tell Jack. I hate that he would have to walk in and find them, but whatever. It's good
That's
drama.
the most drama. And
Right.
yeah, it's just like, what is Jack going to do? Maybe
if he
Hillary.
If he finds out about Billy and Phyllis, I think he'll forgive Phyllis. But that really puts Billy on the outs with everybody, and everybody's going to kind of be giving up on him at that point. What's he going to do? Like, work in his living room on perfumes?
Oh, yeah, I'm brash and sassy. That's-
Victoria will still be there for him.
She's busy with Travis. I'm sorry.
That's why I think that this may be when we start to see Bethany again. She may be Billy's only confidant, since she knows about the situation and still likes Billy. Yeah.
Even though he's
But-
going to be
Yeah.
thinking about Phyllis when he's with her.
her eye is on the prize, though.
Yeah.
Like, she sees the whole
Maybe she'll step
picture.
in for Brash and Sassy and revamp that.
Yeah, and
would be
Beatrice
good.
Randolph says that no, Jack is actually keeping Victor alive, so maybe he won't walk in on them.
Oh.
That's true, yeah. Yet, so they may drag this
But
out
his
a
cell
little
phone
more.
is at the cabin,
yeah.
and I think something's there because he's going to want to call Phyllis and be like, hey, guess what happened?
Or he'll send someone there.
Yeah, so maybe someone else finds out, or Jack
Ashley.
goes there after and sees them
Ashley,
not
that
in the
would
mood.
be good.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? And then that would be the whole, like, there. Oh,
yeah.
Ashley, get in the car. You go, girl.
Yeah.
Get your
Get that
fabulous blouse
phone.
and go to that cabin. Is that a family-owned cabin, by the way?
Yeah, it's the Abbott cabin, as they always say.
I hope it has extra bedrooms. I would not want to be in that master
Yeah,
bedroom.
well, and that's where Abby had that affair with Austin that we didn't see until he was
Right.
dead. I
Aw.
mean, yeah.
That cabin.
We're like, when did that happen?
Bad luck.
Yeah. And then he died there, and then Noah's fiance Courtney.
It's time to buy a new cabin, people.
Right.
Yeah, and that's why I say
A
it's like
beach house.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Still those pool scenes.
Can we
Yeah.
throw a pool party there?
Yeah.
And Jack, if you show up to the pool one more time
In
with
a
a
suit.
suit on, I'm gonna lose
But
it.
it's at the top of, like at the Standard downtown. Like I've
I
been there in
get it, but
suits
it's
and all
hot.
that. Yeah, but I love those
And then
pool
you got
scenes.
Luca there
Yeah.
Because you
with
have the
no
hot
shirt.
waiters in the back, and
Oh,
everybody's
yeah.
coming out of the pool, and I'm
With
like
the iced tea.
having hot dogs and fries.
So cute. Yeah, Cheyenne McCoy says, we didn't mention the fact that Phyllis said she felt like she was cheating on Billy by being with her husband. And
Yeah.
yeah, that was a really, bad line. Yeah, I love Phyllis and I love Billy, but that just, ugh.
Especially after he was so nice and so attentive.
Yeah,
So
and
to
it
her.
was his birthday.
Right.
Yeah, like if you
makes
like
her
at
look
least do it on the birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But make sure his gift is there. You don't believe in overnight shifts,
That
Phyllis?
that line,
Amazon Prime, you can get it in
Right.
2 hours, honey.
I found that line less believable than
Yeah.
I was in Canada for those
Yeah.
days. Oh, okay, yeah, sure you were. But not coming online, I would be like, that's
Get here
it.
in time.
Okay,
Girl.
let's speculate. Predictions. What would Phyllis buy Jack if she had $100 and she had to buy him a gift? What would that gift be?
Some cognac.
Yeah.
You
and
think?
Jack, oh, no, he can't. He
not a
doesn't drink.
drinker.
I was like, he's an alcoholic. That's
She's
funny.
like Phyllis is so out of it that she probably would buy it.
He's so
Here you
funny.
go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
brr.
But honey, I don't drink.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for me.
That's so funny. He's like, yeah, I could see her getting him a nice watch, or
A
yeah, like what do you
tie.
get, Jack?
She would probably go to the market and get him like a $100 iTunes gift card.
Or no, I could see her getting him the same cologne that Billy wears.
Oh yeah.
I could
Ooh, that
totally
is
see her doing
nasty.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
That would be better for her though because you smell like somebody when
No,
you've been
yeah.
with them. You know, like their cologne and yeah, that's.
Cover your tracks, girl.
Mm.
I'm not speaking from
Yeah.
experience or anything.
Well, I guess that is it for our predictions since we have to wrap up. There was a lot this week. So tell them where they can find you to continue.
On all
Yeah.
social media at Kiera Giavanni.
And I'm on Instagram and Twitter at On The Rocks On Air and On The Rocks Radio Show.com.
And of course, guys, you can always find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet since there is only one. And thanks for watching us and be sure to stay tuned for the bold breakdown.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.